silence on the outskirts of history, on the dark side of the moon where the searchlight of the sun could not spot her nor rot her, the seed of forbidden fruit. Every tree has a hidden root, yet she has come to light, the swelling Patrick of vibrant dreams. And to think of the girlfriend I was tempted to break up with because she slept too much. I now know they nurtured her there. They slept in packs, dreamt in cycles, nursed her in shifts, and became her on rotation. Unnamed every time she was named, that she would not be known even unto herself. Undressed every time she was dressed, that she would not be recognized anyone other than herself. They blindfolded her and spun her in circles, and she would find her way here by another means in her intuition, and she is come. I am a simple, disoriented man in her presence. I wear my loincloth over my eyes and ejaculate too soon. Forgive me, Father, if I have sinned. I prayed to you and cupped the wind, and in doing so barred her entry into a century, 100 years of solitude. I will now pray with my hands outstretched, with these psalms etched into my palms. Most beloved, I'm certain of nothing more than your existence. 1,000 ants crawling under a log may find themselves exposed to my childlike search for you. My colleague, flower, I'm eternally destroyed by your love. No longer am I eligible for any worker's pension. My friends laugh at me and talk behind my back. They say that you've changed me, and I am. I'm like a survivor of the flood, walking through the streets drenched with God, surprised all the drowned victims are still walking and talking. Maybe there's hope. I rush to each victim's side, sucking what I can of you out of your various incarnations, pumping their stomachs and filling them. To touch them is to touch you, to kiss them is to kiss you. My friends, love is an art form slightly removed from its element. Now one may ask, so what does this mean? I respond, I've made it up, but it shall be from now on. From now on, cities will be built on one side of the streets, that soothsayers will have wilderness to wander and lovers space enough to contemplate a kiss. She kisses if she alone could forge the signature of the sun. I closed my eyes, although I never knew the difference. I stood before a brighter light at lesser distance, and then a feeling, almost as if nothing were ever bound to be repeated ever again, as if history had been as massively created as the Great Pyramids, and to reconstruct, to relive at any given moment, but have to stem from the understanding of how the pyramids were built from the top down. And if one could understand such majesty, one would also understand that pyramids are first made of flesh, and that kisses are portals, our sacred breath shifting through hidden corrals and passageways. I will find my way to eternity within you. When I can feel you breathing into me, I, like some stone gargoyle atop some crumbling building, spring to life, a resuscitated angel. I sweep through city streets, my wings outstretched, making mothers clutch their young. And remember, and do you remember, dear ones, or has your history forsaken you? There are mysteries coded in song, chants sung round fires, all incantations calling forth this day. On this day, the drunks vomit in unison. The last night they drank from different cups. Children laugh and play, introducing their parents and invisible friends. A country girl smiles and 2 trees blossom out of season. Sea suns awaken, our mother has returned, away us from uncertainty once tidal. Twice born of wooden ships, thrice home to mother's hips. Mother ships grace tulips, a poet's garden. 2 for 5, they're going fast, the future's barking. That shade of her, my name, the river's parting. Hurry up, things hurry up, the sun is darkened. Rivers like oceans, oceans like answers, questions in cloud forms, raindrops in stanzas. To be or not to see or not to. She had eyes like 2 turntables, mixed in between. My dreams and reality blend in ancient themes. The basis of Isis cross-faded to Ankh. The beat drops like a cliff, overlooking my heart. 6,000 feet above sea level. 3,300 bodies disassembled, the head bones connected to the cockpit, knee-jerk ass backwards, dancing slaves in a mosh pit. Punk rock of Gibraltar, roll out, nothing's new. More blood dies from Mohawk, only this time it's you. And you never loved her for what she possessed. You powdered her face and came on her headdress. Oil slick feathers, putrid stench waterbed. Mother Nature's a whore, said the shotgun to the head. And it smelt like teen spirit, angst-driven, insecure, a country in puberty, a country at war. The greatest Americans have not been born yet. They are patiently waiting for the past to die. Please give blood. Those crumbled tablets were to share a story with the burning bush. Where is that voice from nowhere to remind us that the holy ground we walk on, purified by native blood, has rooted trees whose fallen leaves now color code a sacred list of demands? Who among us can give translation of autumn hues to morning news? The anchor man thrown overboard has simply rooted us in history's repeating cycle, a nation in its saddened years that won't acknowledge karma. Where is that voice from nowhere? The ones your prophet spoke of. I hear voices of fear disconnected from their diaphragms, dangling from coffee-covered teeth that spill into our laps and scorch our privates. There are voices from the sides of necks, some already noosed, dangling participles, pronouns running for sentence, serving life in corner offices and ghetto corners. Their voices are the same, dead to themselves, numb to the possibility of truth existing beyond that which they can palm in their hands. Period. There are voices of elders, which seem to do no more than damn us to our childish ways. For in many households, wisdom no longer comes with age. So where is that voice from nowhere, that burning bush, that passing dove? I hear the voices of generals calling for ammunition, presidents calling for arms, and women calling for help. Where is that voice from nowhere, that God of Abraham? Can he be heard over the gunfire, the whiz of passing missiles, the crash of buildings, the shriek of sirens, the crack of bones, the cries of children? Or is that his mighty voice? Your angry God craving the sacrifice of virgin generation sons degenerate. Your holy books written in red ink on burning sands. Your prayers between rounds do no more than fasten the fate of your children to the hammered truth of your trigger. A truth that mushrooms its darkened cloud of the rest of us so that we too bear witness to the short-lived fate of a civilization that worships a male God. Your weapons are phallic. All of them. That dummy that sits in your lap is no longer a worthwhile spectacle. His shrunken, pale face is little room for imagination. We have spotted and moving lips that pin the voice to its proper source. It is a source of madness, a source of hunger for power, a source of weakness, a source of evil. We are exiting your coliseum and encircling your box office, demanding our families back, our cultures back, our language back, our gods back, so we return them to their proper source, the source of life, the source of creation, our mother's womb, the great goddess. We will cut through the barbed wire hangers and chastity belts. We will climb in and incubate our spirits through the winter. We will wait through the degenerate course of your repeated history. We will wait for the past to die. All right. Yeah, I have books over there, and I'll be over there selling books and t-shirts and shit.